Los Angeles Lakers forward Jake LaRavia recently shared his admiration for LeBron James, highlighting the veteran superstar's unwavering commitment to making winning plays despite being in his 23rd professional season. The appreciation comes at a crucial moment for the Lakers, who have been navigating through a challenging stretch marked by injuries to key rotation players and inconsistent team performance over recent weeks. James, who is currently 41 years old, has continued to demonstrate the competitive fire that has defined his legendary career. During the Lakers' recent matchup against the Milwaukee Bucks on Friday night, the four-time NBA champion showcased his relentless determination by diving for loose balls and making crucial hustle plays in the game's critical moment. These efforts caught the attention of his teammates, particularly LaRavia, who recognized the significance of such commitment from a player at this stage of his career. When asked about James's willingness to sacrifice his body for the team's success, LaRavia expressed genuine appreciation for the veteran's approach. He acknowledged James's status as the NBA's all-time leading scorer and emphasized that witnessing such dedication from a player of his caliber remains impressive. LaRavia noted that James has been performing at an elite level throughout the current campaign and has been particularly impactful during crucial stretches of games, including his performance against Milwaukee. The Lakers have faced significant challenges during the current season, particularly in maintaining offensive consistency while dealing with injuries to important players. The absence of Austin Reeves, who has been sidelined with a calf strain, has placed additional responsibility on James to orchestrate the offense and provide leadership during critical moments. The situation has forced the veteran to take on even more playmaking duties while Luka Doncic rests during games. James's performance against the Bucks exemplified his continued importance to the Lakers' success. In the fourth quarter alone, he scored 13 points as the team struggled to find any offensive rhythm against Milwaukee's defense. His ability to create scoring opportunities and maintain aggression despite the team's difficulties demonstrated why he remains one of the league's most impactful players, even in his 23rd season. The game against Milwaukee also revealed some of the challenges James and the Lakers continue to face. Despite his strong individual performance in the final period, a late turnover proved costly as the Bucks secured a victory, handing Los Angeles their 13th loss of the season. This outcome highlighted the fine margins that often determine games at the professional level and the importance of maintaining focus throughout entire contests. For LaRavia and other younger players on the roster, observing James's approach provides valuable lessons about professionalism and commitment. The willingness of a player with James's accomplishments to dive for loose balls and make effort plays sends a powerful message to teammates about the standards required for success at the highest level. This leadership by example has been a hallmark of James's career and continues to influence those around him. The Lakers' season began with considerable promise as the team demonstrated strong chemistry and competitive play during the opening weeks. However, the recent stretch has seen their performance decline, raising questions about the roster's ability to compete consistently against elite competition. Despite these struggles, the team remains positioned in the top 6 of the Western Conference standings, though maintaining this position will require improved play in upcoming games. Looking ahead, the Lakers face a relatively favorable schedule for the remainder of the month, providing opportunities to rebuild momentum and address some of the issues that have plagued recent performances. The team will need continued excellence from James and Doncic, who have shouldered much of the offensive burden while other players work to return from injury. The leadership and competitive spirit that James continues to display will be essential as the Lakers navigate this challenging period. The relationship between James and his teammates extends beyond basketball, as evidenced by his recent gesture of gifting his game-worn jersey to Bucks star Giannis Antetokounmpo following their contest. This exchange between two of the game's greatest players highlighted the mutual respect that exists among elite competitors and served as a reminder of the uncertain nature of opportunities for such matchups, given the realities of age and career longevity. As the season progresses, the Lakers will continue to rely on James's experience and competitive drive to guide them through difficulty. His willingness to make winning plays, regardless of personal cost or career achievements, exemplifies the mentality that has sustained his excellence across more than 2 decades of professional basketball. For teammates like LaRavia, witnessing this commitment firsthand provides both inspiration and instruction about what it takes to succeed at the highest level of competition. Los Angeles Lakers head coach JJ Redick recently offered high praise for guard Austin Reeves, emphasizing the player's exceptional engagement with the team despite being sidelined with a calf strain injury. Reeves has been absent from game action since Christmas Day, when he re-aggravated the injury that has kept him off the court for an extended period. His involvement with the coaching staff during rehabilitation has impressed Redick and highlighted the guard's dedication to the team's success, even when unable to contribute on the court. The injury timeline for Reeves remains somewhat uncertain, with his first medical reevaluation scheduled for later this month. This extended absence has created challenges for Redick, who has been forced to adjust his rotation and game strategies without one of the team's most important players. The Lakers have navigated this period with mixed results, relying heavily on LeBron James and Luka Doncic to carry the offensive load while other players work to fill the void left by Reeves' absence. When players suffer significant injuries that sideline them for extended periods, they typically focus their energy on individual rehabilitation work and physical recovery. Many injured players conduct their treatment and conditioning work separately from team activities, establishing routines designed to optimize their return to playing condition. This approach allows them to dedicate full attention to the healing process without the distractions that come with daily team operations. However, Reeves has taken a different approach during his recovery period. Rather than isolating himself from team activities, the guard has remained deeply involved with the coaching staff and has actively participated in discussions about game planning and strategic adjustments. This level of engagement has not gone unnoticed by Redick, who spoke enthusiastically about Reeves' contributions during his absence from the lineup. Redick explained that although Reeves did not travel with the team for road games during this recent stretch, he remained in constant communication with the coaching staff. The head coach noted that this was his first opportunity to see Reeves in person after several days apart, but emphasized that their connection had remained strong throughout this period. During the initial calf injury earlier in the season, Reeves established a pattern of meeting with Redick before games to discuss various topics. These pre-game meetings between Reeves and Redick have covered a wide range of subjects, from casual conversations about golf to detailed discussions about the player's recovery progress. More significantly, Reeves has frequently reviewed offensive play designs with Redick and assistant coaches, offering suggestions and potential adjustments to their out-of-timeout plays. This technical involvement demonstrates Reeves' basketball intelligence and his desire to contribute to team success, even when physically unable to participate in games. The head coach acknowledged Reeves' public persona as a straightforward individual from a rural background who enjoys simple pleasures like golf. However, Redick was quick to note that beneath this casual exterior lies an intense passion for basketball. He characterized Reeves as being obsessive about the game, describing him as someone who cannot help but immerse himself in basketball discussions and strategic analysis whenever the opportunity presents itself. This dedication to remaining engaged with team operations while injured speaks to Reeves' character and his commitment to the Lakers organization. It demonstrates the type of professionalism and team-first mentality that coaches value in their players, particularly from those who are expected to play significant roles when healthy. The fact that Reeves continues to study game film, analyze opponents, and contribute ideas to the coaching staff shows his investment in team success beyond his individual performance. The relationship between Reeves and the Lakers organization extends beyond his on-court contributions. The guard is expected to enter unrestricted free agency at the conclusion of the current season, and both sides have expressed interest in reaching a long-term agreement. Moments like these, where Reeves demonstrates his dedication to the team even during difficult circumstances, only strengthen the bond between player and organization and reinforce the mutual desire for a continued partnership. As the Lakers continue their season without Reeves, they will need other players to step up and fill various roles in his absence. The team has struggled with offensive consistency during recent games, and Reeves' return will be crucial for re-establishing the rhythm and flow that characterized their strong start to the campaign. His ability to create for himself and others, combined with his improved defensive play, makes him an essential component of the team's success and future plans moving forward. As the NBA trade deadline approaches on February 5th, the Los Angeles Lakers find themselves exploring various options to strengthen their roster for a potential playoff push. Among the names being discussed in trade circles is Brooklyn Nets forward Michael Porter Jr., who has emerged as one of the league's most productive scorers this season. However, questions remain about whether Porter represents the right fit for what the Lakers need, and whether the cost of acquisition would justify the potential benefits. Porter Jr. has experienced a remarkable transformation since joining the Brooklyn Nets during the offseason, after spending 6 seasons with the Denver Nuggets, where he played a supporting role on their championship team. The 27-year-old forward has blossomed into a primary scoring option in Brooklyn. His statistics reflect this expanded role, as he is currently averaging nearly 26 points per game, along with over 7 rebounds and 3 assists per contest. The scoring explosion has come on efficient shooting percentages, with Porter maintaining roughly 49% accuracy from the field and 41% from three-point range. These numbers demonstrate that his increased production is not simply a result of taking more shots, but rather represents genuine offensive growth and improved decision-making. He has taken advantage of the opportunity to be a featured player and has elevated his game to levels that have some considering him worthy of all-star recognition. League sources have indicated that the Nets are likely to trade Porter before the deadline, viewing this as an optimal time to capitalize on his career-best performance. Brooklyn's front office recognizes that the team is not currently positioned to compete for playoff success, and that moving Porter could yield valuable assets for their ongoing rebuilding process. The organization owes a pick swap to the Houston Rockets in the coming years, which provides additional motivation to accumulate draft capital rather than pursue marginal playoff positioning. For teams seeking offensive upgrades, Porter presents an intriguing option. His size and shooting ability make him a valuable weapon in modern NBA offenses, and his championship experience with Denver demonstrates his capacity to contribute in high-pressure situations. Several contending teams have shown interest in acquiring the forward, recognizing that his skill set could provide immediate offensive firepower for playoff runs. However, Porter's profile also includes some concerning elements that give potential suitors pause. Throughout his career, he has been criticized for defensive limitations, particularly in terms of lateral quickness and consistent effort on that end of the floor. While his offensive talents are undeniable, teams must consider whether adding a player with defensive weaknesses aligns with their team-building philosophy and existing roster construction. Additionally, Porter's injury history remains a factor in trade discussions. Though he has remained healthy during the current season, questions about his long-term durability persist based on previous medical issues. Teams contemplating significant asset investments to acquire Porter must weigh these health concerns against the potential benefits of adding his offensive production. From the Lakers' perspective, the evaluation of Porter as a trade target involves complex considerations. The team has struggled defensively at times this season, particularly when multiple offensive-minded players share the court simultaneously. Adding another player with defensive limitations could potentially exacerbate these issues, even if his offensive contributions would be welcome. The Lakers also face significant constraints in their trade flexibility. The organization has prioritized maintaining salary cap flexibility for future moves and has been reluctant to take on long-term financial commitments that could limit their options in subsequent seasons. Porter is entering the second year of a contract extension that carries substantial annual salary figures, which would impact Los Angeles' financial planning beyond the current campaign. Furthermore, any trade for Porter would likely require the Lakers to part with multiple players and potentially draft assets. The team's front office must determine whether the upgrade Porter provides justifies the cost in terms of roster depth and future flexibility. Given that Brooklyn would presumably demand significant compensation for their leading scorer, the price tag could prove prohibitive for Los Angeles. Reports suggest that Lakers management views Porter as an interesting option, but not one they are prepared to aggressively pursue. The consensus appears to be that while his offensive skills are attractive, the combination of defensive concerns, injury risk, and acquisition cost make him a less than ideal target for the team's specific needs and circumstances. As the deadline approaches, the Lakers must decide whether to make significant moves or rely on internal improvement and the eventual return of injured players. The Porter situation exemplifies the difficult calculus involved in trade deadline decision-making, where teams must balance immediate competitive desires against long-term strategic planning and roster construction goals for both present and future success.